With Falcon hockey coach Joe Cranston. And Joe, the Falcons were on the road last weekend and won twice big games, 10-0 and 7-1 at Concordia. Could you talk about those two wins?
We played pretty well. Big thing in those games were we had to come out and play solid defensively because we had the defensive lapses the week before. So our goal was not have any defensive lapses. Our goal was to give up 5 or less shots in every period, and we did that. So that was nice to accomplish that goal. Another thing was to not overlook them and come in and not be playing well and not come out strong. And first game we scored our first goal 19 seconds into the game. The second game we got our first goal 13 seconds into the game. So and then that first game we went on and we scored 7 goals in the first period. One thing that I did not like about that game was we kind of sank down to their level a little bit as we went, and that's all you talk about when you're up 7-0 is to keep the pace going. You know, maybe not bury goals, but keep the pace going and play our game and cycle the puck and play well defensively, block shots. But we progressively got worse as that game went on, and in the third period, you know, I think the shots we only had 7-2 or something. It was so ugly by the end that it was not that enjoyable. But on the other hand, on the second day we came out, had a strong first period, and then we got better in the second period, and then in the third period we outshot them 20-2. You know, and at that point I think Concordia had about enough of us, and we'd worn them down. So, but we played really well as that game wore on, and that was the story there of the whole series, really, to do that, and I was pretty proud of the girls for that. And you know, probably the highlight for me this weekend was third period of the first game, and we got a penalty. It got a little rough. Katie Batters got hit in the game, and she's out now for probably till after Christmas. And it was pretty physical, and so we got a little physical and got some penalties that maybe we shouldn't have. But anyway, we got a penalty. 2 seconds after we got the penalty, we got another one. So we're down. Minute 58, we got to kill off 2 players down, and we went out and we blocked 8 shots. They never had 1 shot on goal. 2 minutes down by 2 men. That's huge for us. We've been talking about that, and that shows a lot of character. And if you're a hockey player and you're blocking shots with your head and whatever it takes when you're up by 10 goals, that shows a lot of character. So that makes me feel pretty good about our future here this year.
Joe, player of the week was freshman forward Chloe Kinsel, who had 4 goals and 2 assists in the 2 games. On Friday, she tied the school record with 5 points. Could you talk about Chloe's play a little bit?
Yeah, and she had a hat trick in the first period. It was just kind of crazy. I think she had a hat trick in about 7 minutes. But she can bury a puck. She's got a great shot, and she's got a knack around the net, and she's got good moves. She can beat defensemen either way and kind of make them look silly with her moves. And she's working hard, and she's a playmaker too. But she likes to shoot the puck, and she likes to get goals, and she's definitely good at it. And hopefully she'll keep stepping up her game and start getting more goals too when in the games we're playing against the Gustavuses and Superior and that type of thing. But yeah, we're really happy. She's a great asset to our program.
Talking about Gustavus, Joe, the Falcons have 2 big games against the Gusties this week. They're ranked number 2 in the country. Home on Wednesday and at Gustavus on Friday. What are you looking forward to?
Well, I just look forward to those games because they're always fast. They're up and down, and you know, and they'll come at you really hard. And we're going to have to spend some time in the defensive zone. We'll spend a little more time working on that today. But with Gustavus, every year you just have to weather the storm and keep them on the perimeter because they'll come at you really hard. And they have a tendency to put a lot of shots on. They'll shoot from anywhere, and they'll come at you, and they'll play a really strong first period, and then we just hope we can slow them down a little bit and trap them a little bit here and there and slow the game down, and then and hopefully step our game up a little bit as it goes on, and hopefully by the third period that's usually, if we're going to beat them, that's usually when we do it. But anyway, they're just fun games, and you know, they're one of 2 undefeated teams in the country right now, so that adds a little bit of sense of urgency for us and an opportunity for us to maybe knock somebody out. And so we're looking forward to it. Those are always great games, and the fact that we get 2 this year is really nice, with a day in between, so we can work on some stuff, tweak a few things on Thursday, and then go down there and play them on Friday. It should be a great week for D3 women's hockey.
Joe, thanks for the time. We'll talk to you next week.